All right, no time to explain gang. Welcome back. Another episode of the podcast after a month, unfortunately, because we've been dealing with technical.
Life.
Yeah.
Man, we about this podcast life. Kevin on stage told us.
1,000 episodes.
100, bro.
We said 100.
Man.
Oh, this is much more doable then.
He was like, oh man, I can't do it.
Oh, yeah,
I checked that.
We're
quitting at like 250.
we're almost at a fifth of the way there. Almost.
Where we at?
We almost said 25?
No, we're almost at 20.
20? You said fifth, right? 20.
Yeah, I think this is 18 or 19. I can't remember the number.
Numbers.
It's between 17 and 18.
Okay.
It's one of those two.
Cool.
I always just look at the thumbnails and see what last number I left off.
Yeah, I look at the folder and the list as well. But no, unfortunately we're busy being miserable adults. Sicknesses, new jobs.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, yeah.
Yeah, I've quit like twice. Since
Families,
the last podcast.
like
You have 2 jobs in the last 2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Both legal.
That is important.
You know, I'm dark skinned, so they got to know.
That's true. Break the stereotype.
make sure you ain't out here gang banging.
Gang banging. Why is that not platinum?
Gang bang. Right?
It's a great song.
Smoking that dope.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it, what he's talking about, same shit Pusha T talks about on a daily basis. Jadakiss, you know what I mean?
And he's a legend.
And he's a legend doing it. Light skin too.
Light skin in the streets.
Especially with the memes. I'm surprised. Yeah.
And that 1980s production video.
Yeah, because R&B trap is just hot right now.
True.
It's hot right now, bro.
It's not. I would not call it R&B trap.
What else would you call it?
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
He's like,
They're
nope.
They're singing about shooting each other, selling drugs, trapping.
Singing about
I'll sound
it.
smooth
Singing
about it.
Yeah, real smooth.
So it's
Yeah.
R&B pop.
And you know what? The fact that that's a thing, it hurts me more that 50 Cent robbed us of Ja Rule. Because that's what Ja Rule was.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, Ja, if you just...
R&B stands for rhythm and blues, which this trap music is lacking.
No,
I
it's
refuse
not.
to
You
call
gotta
it.
It's
listen.
the combination.
You gotta listen to it. These niggas can sing.
I listen to I think you
No,
represented
you know,
one.
I'm serious. If you think
You
about
sent me
it,
one. I
Murray,
think.
yeah.
if you think about it,
Couldn't
Ja
understand what he
Rule,
was saying.
Ja Rule is R&B and trap, babe. Him and his songs with Ashanti
Well,
and J-Lo
you know what?
Ashanti.
Because he had an actual R&B singer in there.
Well,
I will give that.
Okay. They just called it hip hop and R&B collaboration.
Yeah, I'm
But
okay with that.
It was hip hop. It was R&B and trap.
Listen, I be friction over here being picky,
Look,
being the nitpicker,
bro, because the music is trash, and I'm so tired of us taking anything that they give us like scraps.
Yeah, this is true. This is also why I don't support him either.
It's true, but it doesn't stop them from making it.
it's cold, bro.
Oh, well, eventually they'll stop making it because if they do low numbers consistently and they keep accumulating that record label
They
debt.
won't get no numbers.
Nah, two of them were up for a Grammy.
It's what's hot right now.
They won't get, bro.
Wait, what two up for a
this is
Grammy?
what I'm
Roddy Rich and
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Rod Wave.
The music we knew is dead.
100%.
It's dead.
But you know what though?
Some will say evolved. I say dead.
It's not evolved.
100%.
I mean, devolved.
R&B trap is good for hip hop though because it forces them to write a little bit more than rappers do.
It's not good for hip hop. Because you know why it's not good for hip hop? Because the R&B genre is dead and dying, and if we use R&B, hip hop, whatever,
We know who
it's
killed,
gonna kill it.
You know who killed R&B, right?
Record labels.
No, Chris Brown. Because once Chris Brown got really popular and started dancing, everyone stopped dancing, and since the niggas aren't dancing, they're not singing anymore. Chris Brown became so good at what he was doing.
Well, no. I'll take it. No. I don't think it's because I'm with you on the Chris Brown part. I think when Chris Brown started rapping in his music,
That's what I was about to say.
I
He's
think
like he
that's-
transitioned.
I think when he started singing, rapping, it kind of killed
the genre.
It started to kill the genre with male R&B singers because you don't have that
There's no any pure R&B guys
unless
anymore.
you count Jacquees.
The only pure R&B guys. I mean, well, not even really pure, but what's his name? The shot Meg Thee Stallion.
Tory
Tory
Lanez.
Lanez.
He's technically
Yeah,
R&B.
No.
Tory-
I got
he's-
one better that's not even popular. Freaking Sir.
Ah, sir.
Yeah, people sleep on him because he ugly.
He's R&B. He's 100% R&B.
Because he ugly.
Bro, remember when you saw Sir?
Because he ugly.
You know
Sir's not ugly.
You know Sir and Her's
Are you
songs
talking
match.
about Brandon?
I'm talking about Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar,
I'm thinking
yeah,
about Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar, he's pure R&B, but he's just not popular.
Because he's ugly.
Sir's a pretty dark skinned guy.
No, you're right. I was told you I was thinking about
I'm
Daniel
looking.
Caesar.
I forgot what. He
Oh,
looked
I'm thinking of him. Have you heard of him?
like. I feel like this is a joke. I just said, "Sir." You're like, "Hey, have you heard of him?"
Hold on.
But what about her?
Hold on.
You know what? My mind
That's
went,
what he. Okay,
my mind went straight to Powerpuff Girls.
I was about to go there next.
He said it's him.
Her and him playlist. So he responds to all of her music.
Wow.
So every time she puts a song out, he replies to a song of hers from the male's perspective.
That's interesting.
That's stalkish. It's terrifying.
Who is that?
Since
though?
2017.
Does he have a face?
I don't know what he looks like.
Does he have a face?
Him.
Well, no, because it's
It
like
means her and mine.
it's that he doesn't have a face. I wonder who it is then.
Because like her song's Losing, he put Winning. Hers Avenue, his Boulevard. Let Me In, My Way. Lights
My
on, lights out.
thing
Say it again,
is-
say less. Facts. Focus, Blair.
Yeah, him.
I
You,
feel
me,
like-
and you.
Creative
Who is it,
artist.
though?
He began his career by making replies to hit the artist her.
Nah, man, that sounds like one of them. Like it's an artist you already know.
Yeah.
That's hiding themselves.
Yeah,
Every kind of
man.
way, only way. Best part, worst part, changes, habits, jungle.
They,
Go to
they,
that one.
they in the studio together. They writing this stuff together, and it's all right. Conceal
He
your
got a
identity.
mask. What is this? Is that him for real? Maybe that's not
Yeah,
him.
gotta be.
That's weird.
That right?
That's very weird.
I listen
Yeah,
to come
performs
on.
worst part in response to Daniel Caesar and her song best part doing
Okay, so
Yeah, that's
he's his own person.
Yeah, that's
I think this is
Oh,
who it is.
okay. Guy Lair.
Guy Lair.
Guy Lair.
Okay.
Who the fuck that is?
That's who
That's
he
who
is.
he is.
Oh,
That's who
okay.
him is.
Because when I looked up him, Guy Lair popped up, and I'm like, "What the heck?" So,
Okay.
well, that's creative,
That
kind
is-
of kind of creepy.
It's creepy.
Yeah, but it's creative. But you know what happened? He did it once and everybody loved it, so he just kept doing it.
Exactly what it said.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? I kind of feel. Wouldn't you feel like a little salty? Because I would feel like somebody is, because it's creative.
But you're getting
But it's
famous
a
off
sim-
of me.
It's a simple concept, though. I'm just writing in response to what you say. So every time you make a song, I have
Maybe
concept.
that's how like movie producers and stuff feel about spoof movies. You wouldn't
You know
have
what?
contact without me. You wouldn't have content
I
without me.
wonder, do directors feel like, oh, that's a nod to me, or like I put all my heart and soul.
And you done turned what I
And
did
this is
into
a
a
cop.
joke.
Am I a joke to you?
Yeah, like I'm curious of like how's that proceed.
I mean, it can't be terrible, because if it was bad, the people would stop it.
Yeah.
Because people, Hollywood's powerful, man.
Yeah, if it was too bad, they would have been like, nah, y'all not doing this.
Hollywood raped Terry Crews, so you do anything.
That's a big man.
It's a big man rape.
That's a big man.
Very large guy. Don't know how to segue from Terry Crews rape. Kind of left it's a
What was
hard
his
or
friends
tough
at?
order.
What was his friends at? Did he have any?
No, not really.
Can't have a circle.
He burns himself a lot though. Because remember, didn't he attack? Oh no, he remember that girl who from Jane's a virgin, or when she was like talking about how like Hispanics actresses don't get paid as much as black actresses, and like black people don't have it as bad as Hispanics, and blah blah blah. And he like took her side. Yeah, he lost a lot of
Bro, you
friends from
can't
that.
do that.
Well, D.L. Hughley made a good point. He said, because he said all that stuff Terry Crews about getting raped came out after that. So like a sympathy thing.
So it's just like, oh, y'all about to drag me. I got raped.
Open up a suitcase, pulled out the card.
There's a SpongeBob meme. He just opens up the case.
It's lights. I really need this.
Hey, think of you in an altercation. You're fighting someone, and like you're halfway through the beating, and they go, "Stop! I'm a rape victim." That's what throw off some of your gusto.
That reminds me of a spoof. I think was that Zach that did that
Zach
spoof?
Bug, yeah.
Zach
Oh, I
Bug.
miss Zach's videos.
One of my dudes I went to. He's a radio personality, but I went to high school with him, and he used to do videos all the time. And one of them was a dude was about to fight him, and the dude just got butt naked. And I laughed, but then I thought of the logic. If I was really about to fight somebody and somebody just went boom, butt naked, how do you?
I'm not fighting.
I can't approach
There's too much. There's too much of a risk.
Yeah, well, I don't want to grapple with you. I don't want to get close to you. I automatically, you know,
and what's
bro,
worse,
put some clothes on.
And worse, you don't want to lose to him either.
Oh man.
Well, at the same time though, now you're fighting someone that's fucked up. I'm kind of fucked up. You expose the weakness, brother. How you gonna protect them? I'm going for your dick.
But
ripping that bitch off and kicking it, throwing knees.
What's the biggest psych out? Is like, hey, here's the weakness. It's right in front of you.
Well,
go for it. I dare you.
Because now my thing is, oh, so you was looking at my dick.
Well, then also
you was dick watching.
Yes, I was
to hit it.
Well,
I was dick watching. You took your pants off in front of me.
Well, think of your effort,
sick son of a bitch.
Think of your effort and you trying to go for it. It's gonna have to. There's gonna be a fight. So you're gonna be fighting to grab his penis.
Well, no,
because he's gonna try to have your arm. You're gonna be tussling to get there.
It's a fake up kick to the dick. He backs up so he doesn't kick the dick to the nose with the fist. Back to the dick, back to the face, body shot, dick, face, body shot, dick, face, body shot.
Why
face,
do you have that perfectly strategized?
Why?
You
after the first dick hit, you're good.
You 100% will get tussled. You'll be getting a tussle with a naked man. There's a high probability. 80% of fights get it.
I'm more upset that you're gonna that strategy on crib, just right off the fly.
You're gonna mount him, or he's gonna mount you.
That's my biggest fear.
80% of fights go to the ground. He's gonna mount you, or you're gonna mount him. You choose.
Rather pick the power position. Who's not gonna pick the mount?
Why would risk it? That's a gambling chance,
bro. Because you give him too much power. You gotta remember, I'm saving the other people from this naked man.
Even if
I'm saving a weaker man,
the naked savior.
Even if you win that fight, you still lose. Because perception is everything.
I'm like, you see him grabbing for his balls.
Taurus, did you
really trying to get them balls, bro.
Why did he beat up the naked man?
Why was he grabbing his dick like that?
Yeah, like, man, he won, but
he kept going for it, you know?
Like, they go.
It's going to be like from the Holy Night when he ripped off the Minotaur's dick and wore it on his chain. Wore it as a necklace.
Terrible.
That's bad. That's
and again, I say, you must not have any friends. Your friends will not let you do that.
Yeah, I will 100%. Because I'll be like, Torrance, I will roast you for life. And you will have no content ever with a naked man.
You know what my content would be? I would keep his dick. And every time you talk shit,
you're in jail. No, you're in jail.
I would hide it in your house or home. You open your freezer, there's a dick in there.
Damn, son, where'd you find
you
this?
still lost, brother, because now
we have
come your lunchbox, there's a dick in there.
Far.
Because my issue is,
why did we gather here today?
But the
because
issue
it
is,
couldn't have been to talk about naked dicks. I just don't believe that's why
I'm more concerned is how are you going to upkeep it? Are you going to lotion it, keep it in good health? How are you going to take care of this penis for years to come?
Vacuum seal, bro.
Like where are we going?
Like COD, bro.
Brendan, if you want us to get back on subject, what is the subject?
Friends.
What's the subject?
Friends are the subject.
No, Brendan, what is the subject? Answer right now.
Vacuum sealed dick.
Tell
boy.
me, are we going back to the Terry Crews rape, or what subject are we going to jump back to?
Vacuum sealed dick.
Can we just move forward, please? We had a whole plan, y'all. We had a whole plan.
Speaking of people who don't have friends, clearly. Oh, that's terrible.
That's hilarious.
Ego, what was the question that you had posed for about friendship, bro? You had something. I was gonna say something completely else, but then I just got sidetracked.
Are you singing Snake Lady?
What?
Am I tripping?
Do you have a coconut thing?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I want you to taste it.
Okay. Well, at this
the cherry Coke?
No.
This is cherry Coke and peach yak.
And
that's the problem.
You mean cherry vanilla Coke and peach?
Oh, you mean
cherry vanilla Coke?
Oh, the coconut one.
Yeah,
actually tastes pretty good. Yeah, try it.
I tried.
Yeah.
Drunks.
Anyway, Ego, back to your.
At this day and age, of our day.
Oh,
and
that
age,
is good.
It's good as fuck, right?
That is really good.
Good as fuck. That's why I'm slurring.
Terrible.
But what's the question?
Back to your question.
Right, being as old as we are, what's harder for us at this point in our life? Breakups of like relationships or breakups with friendships?
That's a hard question for me to ask because I'm married. So my default is going to be break up with relationships because that means I have a divorce. That would be harder.
It's dead air.
Okay, I'm trying to word it this way. Okay, think of it. All right, how about this? First 10 years with Brittany compared to a friend you had for 10 years. Which one would be harder to cut off?
I still think for him it'd be Brittany.
I still think it would be Brittany.
It'll be Brittany?
See, because we have this thing of us being friends, so it's one and the same.
Yeah.
For us. But I see what you're saying. I think I'm biased on the question too. Like for me, I think because, how was I gonna say it? I wouldn't even consider us and our relationship ending or anything like that. I will automatically say my friendships because my relationship is. That's not. Don't have any plans for that being over. So
I have to kill her.
Till death do you part.
I take that seriously.
But
You did drop his son early.
No, he fell.
I agree with you on me.
He fell. He fell.
Man, like my backup plan.
Wait.
My backup plan isn't a divorce.
You said what?
What?
Your backup plan is what?
It's not a divorce. It's a game of Russian roulette. One of us going.
I think I missed the content here.
No, you're good.
We were talking. We're good.
We moved on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, make sure to listen to this.
Stay to the left of them.
I would say, for me, definitely it'd be a friendship. And most of that is considered the fact of how I define my friendships. And unfortunately, Britt, you sent me that damn meme about Virgos and us keeping our circles close. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. So if I lost a friendship, like if I lost one of y'all, that would hurt me.
Yeah.
Like in terms of a relationship, I mean,
I will say though, in that argument, so instead of using relationships, I'm just like, you made me think of something. I would say I would be hurt more, and this is me, from a friendship than family.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Because you made me think of something because I have this whole thing where it just started it, but like they say like blood is thicker than water. I disagree because like you can't choose your blood, but you can 100% choose what water you're drinking from. So like it's like if I choose you as a part of my family, that way more than me just being born.
That holds more weight.
Yeah, it holds more weight to me. So you made me think of that because, like, at this point, if I choose you to be a friend, that means that I've actively worked.
Yeah, and you're a pinnacle part of my existence.
Yeah.
That's good. That's better. That's a good one. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I feel like that would be, but I feel like on both sides of it though, I'd probably pick a friendship because in relationships. I feel like, and I'm not saying like this just like for always. Like I feel like at some point in a relationship, you can be yourself. Like you know what I mean. But I feel like you can be yourself 95% of yourself. There's always gonna be that other 5% of yourself that your spouse isn't gonna like, or like that they just can't. No matter how close you guys are, you know what I mean. Most couples, I'll say they're more 80-20, but you guys seem very 95-ish. You know what I mean. But I like when you have friends though. It's 100%. You can be 100% a friend because there's nothing there that can really holds any weight. You know what I mean? There's no ties with a friendship. I get what you're saying. So when a marriage, there's money, there's children, there's a sex life.
With friendship, it's all choice.
When a friendship is all choice, there's nothing. Right. Nothing you guys do.
There's no obligations.
No obligations. Nothing you do to your friend that you have to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I can be 100% with Jeremy. Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't matter. I tell him what the fuck I want to tell him.
Right.
And he has no reason. He has no merit to judge me or
to
care what I do.
I can judge you.
I mean, you can judge me, but like at the end of the day, so fucking what?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're gonna care.
But if I'm 100% with like with E, I might get some weird looks.
But there's that point.
But you won't care either. You're a bad example.
Why am I a bad example?
Well, there's a
to pick it down.
there's a point to be being made, especially it's like you say, like you can you can sit there and say something, he can judge you, but he chose to judge you and chose to keep you around too.
Yeah,
it's not like it is like you're being judged and then you're also being scrutinized for it on the side. This is like, well,
yeah.
Well, because my whole thing is that sometimes you hit it right on the head, bro. Like you can. Like, because when you're in a relationship, you conform to, to match with each other,
Yeah.
And it's not a sacrifice. Like I enjoy me, conforming because we can be the best versions of ourselves for each other.
But I think that also happened so easy for us because we were so young with that process.
And we grew together. But like with friendships, like boom, this is me 100%. I'm ignorant, funny, whatever qualities you are, that's boom. Oh, I like that. We vibe, boom, it's done.
Yeah.
And you just throughout the years, you just change and mature or whatever, grow old, and
you start to adapt.
But your core things of what started their friendship is gonna remain the same.
Mm-hmm. The scary part about that is though, there's also no ties with a friendship like that, because it's just secrets and conversations. You know what I mean? Like it's easier to walk away from a friendship than it is a relationship. But it hurts more.
Yeah.
Opposite, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Because with the relationship, there are ties. There are legit ties when it comes to a, relationship or whatever. But when it comes to your friendships, this is all choices. These are active choices that you make every day to have these people in your life. And the longer you make these choices, the more important the relationship becomes. So it becomes even harder when that has to come to an end. If it has to come to an end. Exactly.
Unless you can nothing something like I can.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time,
I'm learning.
Though, if you weren't with her, you know what I mean? Like
I'm learning.
If you were with Brittany, right, and you guys broke up, and you're like, damn, I'm nothing here, but she was thick. Like that's that tie that bring you back.
I can't.
But you wouldn't go like, man, fuck Torrance. But he used to buy me Buffalo Wild Wings. That was my nigga.
But here's my thing with my nothing law. I can only do it to a certain extent. Like
when they're thick. I know. That's why I used that example.
Well, out of everybody in this table, I think the thickest is Brendan with some leggings, bro. I see thick boy.
Thick ass boy.
I can't ever let you go, bro.
Dulahanna, boy. Dulahanna.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
You know I was coming, bro.
But no,
I'm not even wearing leggings right now.
I know it hurt me, man. I need you. I asked him. Hey, bro, you go ahead. He said, no. I'm like, oh, man, my content
don't wear them things, man.
They're in the wash machine.
Okay. Get them wash next
But
time.
no, I think I can't stand it.
I had the gargles, so I wouldn't choke.
I think
1 point for Jeremy.
I think that I'm learning from Jeremy to nothing.
Don't.
No,
it's a horrible trait to have.
Well, no, I think it's a good one to have because I have a history of losing friends, because apparently I was an awful human being. So
you also had a bad choice of friends, though.
Well, you
were
what?
Not a good friend picker. This coming from a friend.
You're not wrong.
This is coming from a friend.
I don't disagree, but I think that comes with the type of person I am. I attract problem people because I want to fix them, or I feel like they need me.
I know that struggle, minus the trying to fix them part.
Yeah, like I feel like
this is why we're together.
Yeah, I feel like people. Yeah. I know seriously, like even especially, and I think it was definitely the worst in college. The people I chose to be around. I'm not saying that they were bad people.
3 of your roommates had records. I think the first time I met, what's her name? She had an ankle bracelet on.
I'm not doing this.
She's like, you go to the pajama party on campus? Is it 100 feet away? Stay your ass at home.
I'm not. Anyway.
Parolee.
I'm not saying they were bad people. I'm just saying that we just didn't, when it came down to it, we just didn't see eye to eye.
But you know what? But
it still hurt me, especially with the way those things happen. Because with nothing in somebody, stop, come on, please, come on.
I'm good. I'm good.
With nothing in somebody, do you give them the courtesy of knowing, or do you just do it?
Fade to black.
Hold on. Before you switch statements, subjects. Did part of the reason you left those friendships was because you were with him?
No. I'm gonna be very transparent. I didn't leave those friendships. Those friendships left me. It was a constant thing of me just looking up one day and we are not on good terms, you know? And that was hard for me because I never got an explanation from anyone
closure.
No, I never got the closure. I'm fine. If that's how whatever you feel about me, that's fine. But if we are supposed to be friends, the least you could do is let me know. That way I'm not looking stupid or looking crazy and trying to figure out why when I speak you don't say nothing back, you know, in front of people, you know what I mean?
Okay.
You know, and it was a consistent thing with those people, like they all did it. And it took me a while to kind of like let it go because I didn't understand. And it was because I always felt like I'm not mad that they felt the way they felt. I'm just mad because I didn't get a notice, you know? And that was always my thing with them. I mean, but you know, fast forward, you know, it's 10 years later and everybody's friends on Facebook and it's all, you know, it's all cool, but it's just, it was still hard because of the type of person that I am and I care so much. It was just weird. It was just weird to go through consistently. It was very weird.
Okay.
No, I get that. And my whole nothingness thing is like, it's not intentional. It's literally one of the biggest things that like kind of changed my life was really seeing the value in people and kind of really like, if I call somebody a brother or a friend, it's intentional. Like I do not throw that word around loosely. Like we meet and we talk, joke, like because and just being completely honest, a lot of people consider me a friend,
and you consider him associate,
and I don't in return because like a lot of times that word needs to be kept sacred. It needs to mean something and kept sacred. So me being able to nothing nobody is completely 100% has to do with the value factor that I 100% believe in. If I add value to your life, you should be able to add value back to my life. If that's not the case, then it needs to go away. And even if it's one-sided, eventually it should be something that I can get from you because I have no problem being that person for people, you know, sowing into their lives, you know, because it's helping me as well because, you know, how to be a wise counsel, how to be a person that they come to seeking advice and whatever. But if that's it 100% of the time, forever, well, like I didn't go to school to be a psych. It's draining. It's draining. You know, if I can't somewhere in our relationship or friendship come to you and says, hey, I need some pouring into, you know, whether it's financially, I mean, whether it's just conversation, support. I mean, it could be whatever. If I can't get that in return,
what's the point?
You have no value in my life. And I can me being able to nothing somebody is to a point where I'm not losing anything anyway because there was no value to begin with.
Right.
If I lose a penny, I don't find value in a penny. I won't feel a way about losing it. Right. Now, if I was like
Mr. Krabs,
if I was poor and this penny was all I had, my value was into that penny. So it's gonna really mean something if I lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also like making sure that you categorize people properly. Like I said, I've been doing that since high school where I'm just like, somebody's like, oh, I'm like, that's my friend. I'm saying that's an associate. Somebody that I know. Somebody that I can like.
And that would have saved me a lot of heartache if I would have categorized people correctly in college. If I would have kept it at, okay, we're cool, we're associates, we're not friends, I would have been a lot less hurt on feeling like I lost out on friendship.
Well, people get offended when they labeled as associates.
So the problem is
the trick is you don't tell them that.
Low key. Yeah, you had the wrong categories.
Well, yeah. No, everybody.
Felon, revolving door, dead fish.
Dim lighting.
Dim light.
Nah.
Oxygen. Meanwhile, Mr. Grinch.
In my defense, that name came from a person that's not here, so.
They're alive. They're not dead. Just want to add context.
In theory.
Nope. Not doing that.
That's one of them episodes, man. That's one of them episodes. This is what happens when we don't meet. We just go off the Richter scale.
Anyway. But yeah,
I can't. I'm dehydrated.
you're dehydrated. You're the only one not drinking.
Oh, that's the problem. I need to drink more water.
He over here got his
You
jacket.
need some yak, bro.
No, he needs water.
I need water.
And or some milk, one or the other.
Or you gonna say
Milk.
But no, like I said, that's one of those things I'd agree with Jeremy on, because especially like I said, when it comes to y'all, when I talk to my other friends about y'all, I always address y'all as my brother and my sister. I never address y'all as my friends,
right,
because it's like
Right.
because that's where y'all sit. Y'all are family.
right,
Yeah.
So, like, when I address y'all to my friends, y'all are always addressed as family. Now, of course, to some people that may be confused about it.
It needs some context. Like, oh man, I didn't know your mama had other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've had friends. One of my friends actually lives in Europe. Apparently, I guess it's not a part of the culture where, like, their friends become
family.
the point of family. They're just like, oh, that's just my lifelong friend. I'm just like, well, like, I address it just like, how many siblings you got? I said, well, I have to clarify. It's like, biologically, this many, but I'm like,
technically.
this small group of individuals,
Right,
I consider
I put them in the same position that I put my actual blood.
right,
my children be called them uncle.
Exactly.
right.
So, so sometimes people don't understand. Some people don't really understand that, and I don't know if that's just a race thing or black thing or white thing or whatever, but.
Right.
Let him
Let's
finish.
So, getting back to that point, it was just like once you have everybody categorized properly, it makes nothing them even easier.
100%.
Yeah.
Because it's like I said, if I see somebody as an associate and they're not bringing any value to me or anything like that, I'm just like, well, that person is an associate. He's just a person on literally on the train stop.
Right.
He's passing by.
Yeah.
Like I said, I may have to have a conversation with this person a couple times or interact with that person every once in a while, but this person isn't sticking around. It's like he's here or she's here, she's gonna be gone in however time span that allotted to.
Right.
But then you have your actual friends where they're gonna be here for an indefinite period of time, hopefully, and then of course you have your family.
I think, but I see, I have a problem. It's gonna sound horrible. I will never do that to you guys. But I can.
What?
Nothing. A person. But I won't, because I actively don't. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me emotionally.
You're sick.
No, I'm like.
Well, no. But babe, I keep.
I know
telling
you keep saying it, but it's like I haven't went to like a therapist or assault counseling, so it's not like official. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
Your theory is 100%.
I would nothing you. Yeah, easily. Burn your house down, take your family away. I would nothing you so quickly.
That's not nothing.
No, yeah, it's nothing. You have nothing.
No.
That's not the same.
That's
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not the same.
My,
Like,
nothing,
being
my
able-
nothing's fucked up. Man. You gotta,
No, because your nothing is actively seeking to harm the person's life.
my nothing is giving you the nothing I feel.
Your nothing is revenge.
Wow.
Yes,
The
that's,
emptiness I feel,
No,
I'm passing it on.
no,
It's
and I
contagious.
tell
that's
Jeremy,
revenge.
I tell Jeremy all the time, because of the way
Thought it was
things
love.
happen with his biological father. This is nothing, something, or someone is a defense mechanism.
And it sounds so. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds soft. Yeah. Oh my bad. No, my bad, yeah.
Did you have your father growing up?
That's why I know. no.
But it's like
My mom burnt it to the ground. It all makes sense.
Full circle. Full circle.
Nah, yeah.
No, so like I actively won't ever do that because I'm aware of this thing.
Defense mechanism.
Whatever, yeah, defense mechanism. You know, for my psychologist.
You only listen because you're thick.
It helps.
I've been saying the same shit for years. All I get is a shut up, nigga.
You've never referenced we've never diagnosed me.
You nothing did.
Nothing and forgetting are two different things. You never diagnosed this.
Torrance, you wake up and choose violence on a regular basis. So
Every day.
I can't side with you on that
You
one.
know why though?
Every day.
I was bred that way.
I recently nothing someone and felt nothing about it. And that person was considered family. The person was considered family. And
So dramatic, bro.
is what? I'm just
Not you.
oh.
Not you. The dramatic one.
Oh. Just saying, so it and it shouldn't be easy. But it
You
is.
would think because of the history that's
Yeah.
with that situation.
But I have that ability. But I will never do that because you guys add value, because I don't want to get to the speech and be like, that nigga let me go without a second thought. That's some bogus stuff to be getting revealed on the podcast. Like, no.
This is my petty retort to that. I wish you were nothing me. Your cable
I can't.
Gone.
I can't. Yeah, I would.
Your cable,
Bro,
way of
gone.
life
Bro,
just-
the AW
goes
read.
down.
I'm paying $59.95 again.
Bro, that's about $180 a month. Bill, you about
Hey, real talk. I just made the budget for my expenses for the house. Did not include anything that Brendan pays for. It will throw my budget completely off. Completely. And right now, he has connection to our phones. Bro, I'm stuck.
Oh yeah, because I pay y'all on my
Yeah, like we on the phone bill, bro. It's I'm in. But no, I would never.
Too close, man. I'm out of the loop.
Bro, jump in on this.
Nah, I'm good, man.
No, man, it's cheap. I'm telling you. But look, but here goes.
Last time I did anything with phone, I didn't get warranty on.
That was on you.
We got a story.
Because I told you,
man.
I told you,
my nigga. It's cool, bro. It's cool, bro.
So side story. I'm the account holder for everything, and what was it? What was the day I decided to be petty? And I told Brittany, because I didn't actually do this. You had did something stupid, and I was being petty, just like the time me and Torrance was being petty on social media.
It's true.
The nipples, yeah.
Hurtful. But so Ivy Friction did something hilarious to me, and I got triggered. So I text Brittany and said, "Hey, tell him that I'm changing the password to all the cable stuff," and I only gave it to her, quote unquote. But I didn't change any of the passwords. I just said, just tell him that he no longer has access.
That's the Funimation. That's the HBO Max. That's the
Hulu.
The WWE. That's the Hulu.
The sound bar there.
Netflix.
Netflix. I mean, I pay for Netflix. I have something. That's
pay
the
for
Hulu.
Netflix?
That's. I mean,
I don't know whose Netflix I'm on. Then that's the case.
I think you're on mine.
On yours? Sounds about right.
WWE Network.
Because whenever Netflix sends that email saying the price is about to go up, you always pin me that meme. It's like, oh, thank you, brother. I ain't got to worry about it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You piss me off all the time.
That is true.
But of course, we also had that side joke where after I told that and after she relayed the message, I got the Thor apology.
brother, whatever I've done.
Whatever I've done to wrong you, I'm truly sorry.
I'm truly sorry. No, not like this. Not like this.
That's
Spare
not
the
like
people.
This. Attack on Titan drops this week. Not like
Not like this.
That would have been the pettiest shit. It's like, come on, bro. Last season dropping right. Come on.
That's the most.
Like something big anime drops.
In
Change all your passwords, bro.
In cinematic history, that is the most heartfelt apology I've ever heard. He says, Loki, if it's me, I'm sorry. But like, not the people. Don't take this out on the people.
Yeah, he was hurt.
And I don't know why I'm hurt. I'm just hurt.
But no, I'll never do that to you guys, because the one thing about my whole speech, you guys add value to my life.
So what he's saying is the day you stop adding value.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cut off.
Yeah, I will delete you. But you guys haven't. And
Cable. I'm an extra gun.
well, so yeah, unless you become paralyzed, Torrance, I don't see it. I see you more than just the muscle, Torrance.
I said gun.
Do you wanna share this on the?
No. Oh no. No. Yeah. Nerf guns. We LARP, bro. They don't know. We COD LARPing.
You are
in Knickerbocker Park.
Watch your language.
Knickerbocker. You're right. My bad.
Torrance, I don't know, man. You are one neck crack away from just.
I know. My neck's off. My whole back is fucked up. I just cracked everything.
You need an adjustment.
I need adjustment.
We need to reevaluate our friendship. Don't move like I used to.
That be like I got paralyzed. Like I don't have a need for you anymore, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have to. See you later, man. No, man, it's not.
And then there were 2 empty chairs.
That podcast falling out, man. What's going on,
son? Where'd you find this?
But you know what? Honestly,
That should have been an April Fool's
At
joke.
some-
Progressively one chair empties.
at some point in life, if you guys ever get to a point and stop adding any value in my life, whatever situation,
And that person.
the thing is, I know I still add value to your lives. It doesn't have to be 100% all the time. Don't you start.
I love that man.
I know.
I was calculating, man. You do so much.
It doesn't have to be 50-50 all the time. It doesn't. No friendship works like that. Like I don't know what friendship that is. Nothing works that way.
Business, relationships, family, nothing's 50-50.
Zero.
Not at all times. No.
That's fantasy land.
Right.
And I feel like that's weird if stuff was always 50-50.
People expect that. That's the worst part about it.
So
it ebbs and flows.
Yeah, because that's how my relationship was. My first 2 years, I was making a lot of money, and before she got her extra jobs, things were switched, and then when the pandemic hit, and I lost my jobs, and so like she took over. So like now that like the job I'm going to get is gonna be well paying. Don't rob me. It's gonna move back to that that direction. So and I'm aware of that. You know what I mean? That's how things should be. So
right,
it should go back and forth.
But it's a team effort.
Relationships need to be catch. They need to catch you. People need to catch you. You know what I mean?
It should be able to be 80-20 both ways.
It's a cadence to it. Like sometimes one person over there on drum lines, one person over there like, I'm alive.
I'm here.
Got a slow pulse here.
You good, bro?
You snap it off, and the other person just.
The person over there like.
You got the other person with the towel just damping.
Right.
They got the triangle.
Just pure effort, like man, you snapping off, man. Good work. You check the pits, okay, cool, man. You sweaty, all right, man. Let me know, I'm just here.
That's support for you,
right? Like I said, as long as you have a team effort, there's some form of support.
Friendships are supposed to be like that as well.
Yeah,
not just relationships. And
right.
So
I think,
that's what I categorize when I put them in level of friendship. When you have that type of support.
I think though, and this is going to be a good segue to the pin we pinned earlier, is that I feel like Black people are more likely to build families outside of their family, but I feel like we're quicker to do it, and it blows up in our face more often because we're so quick to give the family name out. Mm-hmm. Because like anybody, because like on a spectrum, mostly us, I guess, women tend to have a little bit more emotional conversations with each other. Mm-hmm. But like as a in my lifetime, I've probably had an emotional conversation with 6 dudes, and 3 of them, these 2 and him, and the other 3 went all in the same car accident I was in. So there's only 2 instances in my life where I've had like a legitimate conversation about like anxiety, anything that's like that's messing with me, financial issues, family issues.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like we had these conversations with people. We finally hit it with somebody, and then we so quick to absorb them as a family member because they're different than other people. You don't really give it a chance to let that relationship build.
That they were there in that moment.
I will.
We lay, because people do that. They stick to a moment, and then that moment anchors the rest of a friendship, even though everything before that is trash.
And I think women are very guilty of that. I know I've watched it and been through it in college. Definitely, it's almost like trauma bonding. It's one thing will bond us together, and 2-3 weeks after knowing you, all of a sudden you're my best friend, and I would do anything for you. And then 3 months later, I wouldn't help you cross the street. You know what I mean? And I feel like what happens a lot of time is that we fill voids in our life with strangers.
That sounds deep.
If we're no seriously, like think about
the right stranger.
Thinking about what you think about what you missed out on growing up. Think about the type of emotional bonds or whatever it is that you were missing out on. You find a person that feels like they will fill that void for you, and you latch on to them.
That's heavy.
Yeah,
and
spot on.
You latch on to what they're fulfilling for you, and not the actual person. Because after a while, you find out that the actual person ain't who you want around you at all, or ain't who you really thought they were. And so now you're back to square one with this empty void, and you're moving on to try to fill it with somebody else.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Because I anchored said friendship on the fact that person introduced me to you guys. Mm-hmm. And reality from that position, from that moment, he introduced me to my family, to now, nothing's happened.
Right.
We've done nothing for each other in any shape or fashion.
That's their value.
But that's 10 years. I hung on to that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it's kind of crazy when you step away from it.
And you're the third person looking in like, man, this is empty.
That's like having like paying storage, and then the room's empty.
I love these analogies today.
Yeah,
I love
on fire today.
I bought storage.
I need people to watch this podcast.
I thought I filled it. I opened it one day. I'm like, oh my
just
god,
pay all that money.
This motherfucker's empty.
All that money, all over the years,
Yeah.
all that stuff you done put into it, and it was really nothing.
Oh, y'all, I'm getting mad.
She said, all these analogies, I want to fight.
I'm getting
I'm
mad.
about to swing on her.
Because like
She's rocking. Cut the mic, bro. Cut a mic. DJ D-Rat.
I'm not gonna speak
40
on
ounce.
In the barrel.
I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm not gonna speak on it because I'm getting up. I'm really actively getting upset. So I'm not gonna speak on it.
Your legs are shaking.
But I remember having.
No, you can't talk until you stop shaking your legs.
Okay, I remember having a friendship in.
You're shaking,
college.
though.
Look, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
I remember. I'm not gonna say her name, but I made a friend. I think this was my like 3rd year at Purdue, and I met her right when school started, and we were like attached to the hip when I met her, you know, and like we did everything together, and we were always together, and we that's not who I'm talking about.
Oh, really?
No, because that's still my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so,
that's backwards.
Yeah, but yeah, I know you're talking about dyslexia. But
That's a button up.
And so there was just on the simple fact that I had just fell out with a lot of people, and I had somebody that just kind of filled the void that was missing there, and I bypassed and I overlooked a lot of stuff. I do appreciate that friendship because it led to me meeting one of my best friends, but kind of like with that. But with her in particular, it was so much of, you know, me like paying for stuff or, you know, food, clothes, you know, whatever it is, doing all of this just to find out that, you know, she has stuff to say and never really said it to me, you know, and then it kind of just blew up. And this was in a matter of months from August to November. By December, we went from being the best of friends to not friends at all. And it was just so crazy how fast that happened. And by that point, I was just like, you know what? I can't make friends anymore. I was so over it and so done because I'm like, what is wrong with me?
Well, and you know what? It's not you because working at Purdue in that dorm, you know how many room conflicts I mediated between two groups. I remember throwing up to mostly women. Mm-hmm. Just gonna throw it out there, and that their issue spanned over a few months, but how they reference each other is like, oh, that was my best friend, that was my sister.
Right.
But then as I dig in, because I'm like, okay, so you know, you guys went to high school together. They says, no, we just met in college. We just met when we first got here. Mm-hmm. So, and these are mediations I'm doing in the fall. Yep. I'm talking August, September, October, November, December. Yep. These are mediations I'm doing in the fall or even in the spring. And they're using sister, best friend, and I'm asking these questions, and I'm finding out that they met in August during Welcome Weekend.
Jesus and Christ. It's so,
and it's a lot.
And you
it's
know
not
what
one-off incidences.
Well, my for me, it was I've always felt like I know what I'm doing in this friendship on my end. I know what I'm putting in. I know how I feel and what I feel like I'm pouring into this relationship. And so for all of those instances where those friendships didn't work out, I always was so hurt because I felt like, well, wait a minute, you know, I've been doing this and I've been doing that. If there was a problem, why was nothing never said? And as women, I feel like that's the issue that we have a lot. We don't address it. We nothing it. You know what I mean? And for when you do it, I get it. I understand it. Cause I know what point you're at when you decide to go that route with people.
Takes a lot.
You know what I mean? Women I feel like are a lot more like simple.
Stepped on my foot.
You know what I mean? And you know, I'm not gonna ever say nothing to you again.
I knew you were a big bitch.
And I feel
right? And like, geez.
And it always sucks because it's like, well, I think I started to feel like, well, if you didn't say nothing to me, then you never held any true value to our friendship to begin with, because you never gave me a chance to fix what the issue was.
The fight of a friendship.
Like, I can't fix something if you don't tell me that there is something to fix.
True relationships are tested.
And that's and I was gonna say, in our relationships, whether it's your spouse or your best friend, if there's a problem and you don't speak on the problem, you can't be mad at the person for the problem, because they don't even know that it exists. How can I fix something? How can I right a wrong and you're not telling me what the wrong is? You
can't have nothing can be considered strong unless it's something that makes it weak. Like, if everybody's in life can bench 660 pounds, if that was just a standard in life, who would be strong?
Right.
I mean, so like, if anything's going good, cool. But like, the moment that relationship is tested and you like, man, that went away real quick. When I look back at those friendships that have ended, and it's kind of like, if you checked out, you checked out. But don't try to make it seem like I was this awful person, because you never even said nothing to me about it. You never brought anything to my attention. And that was always my thing. And even recently, I just feel like with that. Just checking the legs.
I've calmed down. I've calmed down. Even recently, though, I feel like I know what I've poured into that particular relationship, and I do feel like it's a slap in the face for the way things are going right now. And because I am who I am, of course, I hope that things could be better and get better. I still have that hope, but that's just because of how I am, but
bastard.
But I do feel like I'm kind of at the end of my rope with things, because I do know one thing, and Jeremy can tell you, if I nothing something,
that's it.
Oh, that's it.
Yes, ain't no coming back.
Because you're not gonna. I'm not gonna let you hurt.
You ain't gonna hurt me again.
Yeah, your road to redemption. That's it.
I'm not. You're not gonna continue.
You can become perfect
to hurt. Yeah, and I will not. Let me. My ex-boyfriend though.
He turned his life around, and it was too late.
I did not.
Then I slid in.
But yeah, I'm very empathetic, and I'm very much a lover of people as my family, people I've chosen to be in my family. And so I take everything very personal, and I take it all to heart when situations like this happen. And I feel like I'm the only one, when I feel like I'm the only one trying, So I don't know. Even just to take this all the way back, I truly feel like falling out with a true friend is a lot harder than falling out with family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those, I feel like a lot of times though, we as people continue friendships because we feel like that person needs them too. That's another factor. Like, you see this person.
Oh, most definitely. I say it all the time.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't speak to motherfucking Howard. This kid.
I don't speak to him either.
This kid, man, he was just a mess in college. And like, he was one of my first friends in college. But I kept him around because he was one of my first friends in college. Mm-hmm. And like, this motherfucker was obsessed with my girlfriend. Didn't study.
Oh, yeah.
Smoked his fucking life away. Didn't go to class. Like, he just didn't have a chance. But I'm like, if I stop being this kid's friend, he's going to fall apart.
Yeah.
And so I kept him around for a long time just because, like, I just felt like I needed to. And then when he got kicked out of school, I haven't heard from him since he got kicked out of school. We hung out every single day.
But you know why that's so important though? Because if he would have got his life around, you would have kept him around.
True.
Yeah.
You was giving value, but you were no longer a value to his life because none of the counsel that you offered him was heard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even I tried to help him out, especially because he was in my classes. He was an engineer. Mm-hmm. So me, Jabez, and all of them, we were in the same class.
Yeah.
So it's not like he couldn't have gotten any help.
Because he took the bridge class with you guys, right?
I mean, he was an engineer. He was like that freshman engineering class. All of us took the exact same classes.
Yeah.
Our class schedule was exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, he was a mechanical engineer, right?
I was computer. I was computer and electrical.
Yeah, I was in mechanical, so we took some of the same classes.
Yeah. Those entry level engineering class. All of us took the same courses.
I think that I feel exactly the same way when it comes to when it came to certain people, as far as feeling like they need me, and not to give myself like I'm not that I have a God complex or feel like I'm somebody's savior.
Hey, that's biblical.
But
like real talk, there's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Do not waste your pearls among swine."
Right,
that's
and I'm
scripture.
because I said that I feel like they need me. So I'm not saying it to put myself on a pedestal, but I know the value that I put into
that's real.
For people, and I know how much of a difference I make in people's lives. So there was a time where I would hold on to people, like you said, for the simple fact that I felt like if I wasn't there, they wouldn't make it. And I've gotten to a point where I feel like I have to know though.
Well, that person you fell out with didn't.
And you know what I'm saying. I have gotten to a point where I've understand now that even if I do feel that way about it, I can only be that way for so long before it's like, okay, Brittany, this is a waste of your time. There is no change. There is nothing coming from it.
Swine.
Let it go.
Swine.
Yeah. So then, why don't other races build families?
Because
they have.
Okay.
My black brother.
Hear me out.
I know the answer, but do you?
Hear me out. Let's start by the first place. Other cultures, families, they have that. They have their families. They weren't systematically torn apart. You know, from jump with black families.
Systemic racism doesn't exist.
Anyway, from jump, black families already don't have the father. So that's a whole nother side of their family that they don't have. A lot of people are being raised by their mother and their mother's side of the family, and that's it. And so now you're missing out. And then don't let this mother be your only child, or aren't close to their family. You know what I mean? So now you just got your mama or whoever she's close to. So you miss out on so much. And with other cultures, that doesn't really happen, if ever. You know what I mean? They have that. They don't have to fill the void when it comes to family because they have their family.
And
they have other reasons as to why they're not close to their family. You know what I mean?
Well, then they have a strong culture that they can connect to that encourages
makes it
family.
so important, yes, and it makes it so much more important.
Well, I think the thing about other cultures are too, compared to us, is that they don't consider their own. And it sounds backwards, but they consider their own family, right? Mm-hmm. If you ask a white person, who do you spend your holiday with? They're like, oh, with my family. And you're like, oh, who's going? My mom, dad, sisters. Mm-hmm. And then like, oh, what's the rest of your family? Oh, we don't meet on holidays. So you don't meet your cousins, your aunties, uncles, grandfather, parents. They don't do none of that on holidays. Mm-hmm. For us, black people, who's coming to your Thanksgiving? Man, cousins, but yeah. So because because we're so stretched out as a community, we're missing so many pieces. Mm-hmm. Other pieces have to play multiple roles.
It's almost like it's like a person with money. When you have so much of it, you can care less about losing a dollar. You can care less about losing $100 when you got money. Mm-hmm. So with people with an abundance of family, I don't have to see you all the time. I don't need to.
I don't have any white friends who are close to their cousins like I am. I have 22 of them motherfuckers, and I talk to them all the time. Mm-hmm. White people don't like Emma
cousins.
Like
what's that?
She barely talks to her cousins. The younger ones, kind of, because it's because she's really close to her because her mom passed, and she's really close to her aunt. Mm-hmm. But like that's about it, really. You know what I mean? Like they don't really. And she has been like the thing about her. She has a friend, Allie, that they've been friends since they were like 6. I never heard them call each other sisters though. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's 26 years of friendship.
And I think because there's this it seems like it's very Carmen.
Don't do it.
We can't say that word.
We struggle.
Compartmentalize.
Yeah, there we go. I couldn't say that word the other day.
I had to warm my tongue up. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Here we go.
And so it's like family is family and friends are friends. You don't mix the two. You're not my sister. You're not my cousin. You're my friend. You know, and that's just the tunnel vision that most other cultures tend to have. But because a lot of us lack cousins or lack family. You know, once we've been friends for 10 plus years, you my cousin. My mama's best friend's kids, those my cousins. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I have cousins that I didn't know were fake cousins until I was grown.
Yeah.
man, you grow up
Same
thinking
thing.
somebody your real cousin. You find
Yeah.
out, no, that ain't even your cousin for real. But you know,
like,
we
oh,
call them
yeah.
your cousin.
We found out one of my cousins wasn't my uncle's daughter. He just befriended her parents, and when her parents died, he just kind of kept her like around for 30 something years. My entire family thought we were related to this woman until he died. And they were like, "Oh, how'd you blah blah blah?" She said, "Oh yeah, he just adopted me or kept me around. Never legally adopted her, nothing. Just kept her around. Just kept her around."
Of course not.
I'm like, bro, you got like 6 kids. I babysat for you. Like,
You have no blood relation.
no blood relation at all, bro.
But you see how that works? Like,
Yeah.
you know, we
choose our
we
family.
make we choose it.
Because you know what, and you hear this like family. What is if family is lacking, like from a broken household, you make it, and that's important to you.
Yeah.
It also was my same uncle who escaped 2 separate prisons, so he kind of lived a wild life as it is.
I like this uncle. He's cool.
Oh yeah, 40s were wild, bro. Great uncle.
I got a question for you, Torrance.
Yes,
Did they catch him, or did you just tell the podcast that
he passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Yeah, you okay?
he was 40s. Yeah,
I'm connecting the back to the point you did say he passed.
yeah, yeah.
Did he pass away? Escaped?
So what happened? So I almost want to tell the story because it's kind of wild. I tell the Cliff Notes. Cliff Notes where he went to prison like around 17, 18, and he had 14 brothers and sisters. And the oldest brother and sister, their oldest brother had passed away like around 10, got hit by a car. So he broke out of prison, stole his Social Security, and became him. And then he was free for about 10 years, got arrested again for another thing. And then this woman named Rose, he had a girlfriend named Rose, so he'd get letters from this woman all the time. Met this other woman named Rose, convinced her to pretend that he was her late husband, escaped prison, became that guy. And because when they called him for that time, but he went to court, proved that he was this guy because he had the letters from the other Rose that was his girlfriend from another place, and they believed him and let him go. So I'm not really sure what his real name is. But
he had 2 different identities.
I
He
love
had 3.
this.
3.
This
He had
is
3.
a movie. I love it.
Yeah, because his original, the brother.
That's
and
a
then
movie.
That's wild.
yeah,
That's a movie.
my grandfather told me stories about him all the time. Like one time he robbed a bank and came to my grandfather's house, and he's like he tried to offer my grandfather some money so he could stay. My grandfather said, "You got to leave him this much." He's like, "No." So my grandfather called the police on him. He said, "I'm either going to be a full-on accomplice or I'm not being involved." And so he called the police on his brother, and he had to leave. He left the house. He's ready to get rid of him.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
And he said, "Hey, I'm in 100% out of code."
I'm out of code, bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, so my family was wild, man. I come from a wild background.
That's crazy.
My great grandfather pitched moonshine. Couldn't read a letter. Had a driver. Yeah, he was like really big into it in down south. It was crazy. Great grandfather.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't have any cool stories.
Yeah, that's wild.
My great grandma was a cotton picker. That's all I got.
I guess that's a wild story.
And she's still alive.
I mean, actually, you know what? Low key, that is a wild story because
She's still alive.
She's still alive.
yeah,
now?
yeah. She was born.
That's how close it is.
Okay,
well,
that's,
listen, and she was born in 1927.
It's
So this
not-
is post slavery.
so technically, okay, so that just makes the story okay, because now she was a slave. She wasn't
a slave.
Oh.
but
She did slave labor.
she did slave labor.
Slave labor. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but that's still close. That's damn near close enough. She's probably making a nickel a day.
Not much.
Yeah,
Not
because I
much.
think that was like when they first started getting paid, it was like a nickel 25 cents a day or some shit like
Real
that.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just got-
but like she was a man. So she did slave labor, was free, went through all of segregation, 2 great wars,
The Great Depression.
Great Depression, a pandemic.
Well, assassination.
A couple pandemics.
couple pandemics.
Multiple assassinations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nixon era, the Reagan era.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus,
Civil rights movement.
civil rights movement. Jesus,
So
Christ.
so Kennedy was assassinated.
MLK.
MLK.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. You right, wars, the 9/11.
To watch the Rosa Parks thing unfold in live time. And you know what's crazy?
Just jumping now, pandemic.
Because like we know the Rosa Parks
And
stuff
Spanish flu.
was like
I said a couple pandemics.
yeah. Like the Rosa Parks stuff is kind of like blurred because they wanted her to be this image. Her seeing it like in real time.
I would have.
Did they feel the same way about Rosa Parks that we do now?
I would have to talk to her, and I need to talk to her some because my mom just told me that they think she might have dementia. So,
Well, I'm saying like we need to talk to our grandparents anyway because that's a lot of information that we don't like.
well, and then so I could talk to my grandma. My grandma was born in 1950. So she can have some
like, man,
insight.
she didn't care. She was just.
Because I wonder, because I know
people
like,
just tired.
I know I'm saying like how many black people were like, man, this girl's just being difficult. She's making it harder for us, or like how many people
Most
were like,
definitely.
were like
that had to been
because not all black people were like, oh yeah, go Rosa, and like part half.
They
of
just
them were
like, sit down. We don't want no trouble.
Yep.
yeah.
Our lives are hard already.
Yeah. So like, what side was she on? And like, old people be honest with you. You know what I mean? You got nothing to lose now. Like,
Yeah, they call
I'm
out.
a- ooh,
They call out a
I'm
name.
gonna call Mama Dear.
That-
I'm gonna call Mama Dear.
that's a good story. I listen to that all day.
I love their stories.
Right, tell me the real story.
Yeah.
Not the one that was created.
Not the one the media told us.
Because think about it. Think how crazy this is. Right. Every biopic we've ever watched about a black person she's lived through.
Oh, that's crazy.
Temptations, 5 Heartbeats, Tina Turner, everything.
That was on the news.
Yep.
Everything.
That was on
Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, fucking Martin Luther King. Every biopic we've ever watched as just a joke or just a watch to watch.
Mandela.
She lived.
She literally watched it on the news.
Watched it on the news day to day.
And people it was normal conversation.
And she's old enough to register it. 11/26, by the time this shit starts happening, she's 13, 14. She's registering this shit when it's happening. Right? That's insane.
That's crazy. Just imagine how, like, even like us. Imagine when we get up there in age, and people ask us like, "Oh man, I'm reading about this in the book." They're like, "Man, it happened like that."
5 years from now, when Jordan's in school learning about 9/11.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Or even just presidents.
Or when she learns
how
about
you gonna hit that bump? That's a speed bump in presidency. Talking about Trump.
Bush, Trump, Obama.
learning about when
how he's gonna be written.
Trayvon Martin, learning about that.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? Like it's a lot of history that we are not. And when stuff like that happen, I always sit back and be like, man,
History's written by
when
a
our
victor.
kids get older and they start learning about this, we're gonna be the parents that's like, no, that ain't what happened.
Don't let them play you.
No. I can tell you right now what happened. That's not how that happened.
You read the book and be like, what?
Why are they teaching y'all this? Why are they teaching y'all
Which
these
is gonna make
lies?
me be a very active parent. Like, bring that book
Most
home.
definitely.
Like, imagine
Most
having an argument with a
definitely.
teacher. It's just like, well, according to this is wrong. It's like, you're going to argue with me.
And I lived
And I lived through
It's just like, I'm just like, how old are you? 25? So you just got your degree. That's crazy because I'm alive and I was there.
right.
I lived a block away from those riots.
Exactly.
They boarded my house up.
I was in one of them.
Right.
Got me a flat screen
I can't
to
wait
this day.
I can't wait to tell. Can we tell lies like that though?
What?
Like I remember the Black Lives Matter stuff. I was down there
Baby.
throwing Molotovs.
No, I'll be lying. I'm about to look.
Throwing Molotovs.
I lie so look.
Getting
It's gonna
shot
be,
with rubber bullets. I was in it. I was in the trenches.
man, they gonna be like, man, that's crazy, man. Our family, man. I'm part of something great. I'm like, yeah, I was out there sweating for the cause.
Bro, that.
Yeah, how many people parents lied about marching with Martin?
Look, we watch. Look.
Bro, yeah.
No.
Boondocks taught us.
Oh, yeah, because Grandpa did that shit all the
He
time.
said, yeah, I was at there. He said, Dad, no, you wasn't. They said, I remember you. You didn't want to go.
Well,
He
he
was
lied.
go get your raincoat.
Yeah, he lied about most of it, but there were parts that he didn't lie about.
He said, we got water hose. You wasn't getting water hose. You getting your raincoat.
One of the best,
we was getting water hose.
one of the best analogies for that was
But you had your raincoat.
is a sports analogy when the Bills were losing by like 35 and they came back, so they let everyone out the stadium and they all came rushing back. So everyone in Buffalo says they were there. So the announcer's like, it's a 37,000 Jesus Christ occupancy stadium.
Because you finished that.
37,000 occupancy stadium. 600,000 people were there. If you ask anyone in Buffalo, they were there that day.
They were there.
20-year-olds who weren't born in the 80s yet said they were there.
Remember when they won, man? It was crazy.
Yeah, because I mean, people always ask me like, did I go down there? I'm like, I'm not the person that needs to be in an angry crowd. because I'm not gonna lose a lot of fights to a cop. There's not a lot of cops on this planet walking around that can beat me in a fight. So I'm hurting the cop. I'm getting a hold of a nightstick or a shield. Me with a nightstick and shield and angry. I'm a problem downtown. I'm not coming home.
So it's like, hey y'all, can y'all come bail me out, man?
That's what I'm saying. Man. I was sitting there. Emma and my other friend Carl. They were like, "You want to go down there and march?" I'm like, "No." I'm pissed. I am mad. I'm going straight to violence. I do not need to be down there.
I'm the wrong type of. I'm not going to help the cause.
I'm not.
I will support it. I'll support it from the comfort of my own home.
They be like, Antifa. He's Antifa.
Them bricks the government left out.
Thank you.
I'm the first one in that pile, boy.
Oh, that's the heavy one.
Ooh, thanks, Reagan.
Reaganomics feels so good.
It's terrible.
Mr. Reagan era.
I don't.
We weren't even born.
It was pure.
See, he's already started. I missed it. I was there. I missed the Reagan era. I was there. I remember when the Watergate scandal happened.
That's
Nixon.
That's Nixon.
That was
I can see Jay right now. Yeah,
No,
Reagan was part of the Watergate scandal.
Like dynamite.
And Bitcoin. He's fighting with JF Kennedy over Bitcoin, and
But
Reagan killed JFK.
Somebody have an hour conversation with me. I would change your life.
But you know what? That's like us talking about Clinton. We weren't old enough
To really understand Clinton.
to really understand
first-
it. But if you try to talk to me now, I promise I will talk to you like I was old enough to understand what was going on.
I was old enough because Mad TV gave me 100% understanding of what was going on. I'm like,
Between that and Family Guy, I'm cool.
there's something's on the dress. I didn't know it was semen at the time, but I know something was on that dress.
Yeah, hold the dress.
Like,
Yeah.
I remember enough that when I got
Yeah.
older, I'm like, I get it now.
Yeah.
I feel like they should insert that when you just had a speech. It's like, I did not have sexual relation with that woman. Insert the Agatha Hartwell on me went to the wink.
But you know what?
Did
though?
did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Y'all were the last ones at the party for that.
Oh, okay.
Who we was hiding something.
Dante.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we got what, like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, about 20 minutes.
We can
left.
finish. We can finish with that. We can talk about that. I love that fucking show, boy.
I'm upset because I haven't watched any of Nikki's skits for Falcon Winter Soldier, except for like one of them. Because I'm just like,
Man, every time I come across any type of content and I try to watch it, it's always talk about how heavy it is with with the racial tones and
military stuff.
And I'm like, dang, this is gonna be somebody was saying that it should come with a warning for Black people because it's going to be very triggering.
Bro, that was the funniest thing she posted. She was just like, she's like, oh no, he's just like, when she was like, everybody needs therapy, and just like they're like, it just filled to the rim. It's like, it's like it's military. And it's like, oh, it's like they're veterans. She's like, oh, that's a good thing. I get to get help. Like, no, they're Black veterans. And it's just like, Black people getting therapy? Yes, they made Black people get therapy.
I was like, man, I can't wait to watch it though.
I can't either.
2 months later, man. 2 months.
Are y'all waiting till it finish before you
Yeah.
watch it?
Yeah, we got to binge. I'm
I'd rather
gonna probably
binge it.
start when they're on the last 3 episodes, like
Yeah.
I did WandaVision.
That's what I definitely wanted to.
Because literally, WandaVision, that was done in
We watched that in 2 days.
Yeah.
No, we did watch that in a
But
day.
some-
but
we watched
you
that
know,
in
you know what happened though? WandaVision got spoiled for me, so I probably won't take that chance again.
Who spoiled
Who spoiled it for you?
What did I post?
Oh, it's her. It was her the whole time. That's what you posted.
Oh,
it was
no,
Agatha
I
all along?
posted it was Agatha. I just said it was Agatha all along.
Because I was a
don't-
running joke.
But you know what? I didn't know where you was at. If I would have known where you was at in the show, I wouldn't have posted that because that wouldn't have mattered if he had just started it. But that matters if he was like right before
No,
it got
that's
to
a
that.
spoiler regardless.
I don't think so.
Yeah, when you say Agatha the whole time, that means she's the bad guy.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be like that.
And that was right before
But
I got
you
to
know
that
what?
point.
You know what? And I'm just slow because
Jeremy
before
had been seeing that stuff
I've been
all the
seeing
time.
that
That's
all
why I didn't think
along.
nothing
I've been
of
seeing
it.
like the post and the song, even the song reaching to the charts, and I didn't get the reference.
He did. That's why. So when I posted it, I didn't think nothing of it because he hadn't thought nothing of it.
I'm slow.
So I
I
didn't think
mean,
nothing
I
of it.
will.
My ignorance gave me
I
excitement.
will say
Just
though,
wanted for me.
it wasn't the spoiler I thought it was. Because I
Oh,
thought when you
okay.
said like it was her the whole time that she's controlling everything.
Oh.
So I'm like, so I kind of felt better that it wasn't that.
Okay.
It was just her sneaking in fucking with stuff.
Yeah, she was making everything worse.
Yeah.
But can we talk about how broken she's gonna be?
Who, Agatha?
No,
Wanda. Yeah.
Because if you remember,
but she's supposed to be that broken. That's the problem.
He can't. Yeah, that's true. That Strange can't astral project and stay awake.
But she can.
Oh yeah.
She can make tea and like do day-to-day basis.
Like
she can function.
She can function and astral project.
When they broke it down for me, like literally, I heard a glass shatter. Like because the fact that Agatha was like kind of interviewing, kind of find out how she was able to do these high level spells, and she didn't even know she was doing it. Like she didn't even know that she was at that high level. She was like, I'm just casually
because she didn't know she was a witch.
In her mind, she's just like, I got the powers from the Infinity Stone.
Yeah, she just thought she had powers.
She thought she was just casually just going around about her business. So now that she's trained,
and she's a witch without needing to do any type of
she's a witch with a book.
She doesn't need to do all the extra.
This is why Marvel is so much better than DC, because the whole point of this series is to set up the next Doctor Strange movie.
That was
the whole
sole purpose, because if Doctor Strange and her are all of a sudden broken out of nowhere in this movie compared to Endgame, people were like, why did you just do that in Endgame? Because they weren't there in Endgame.
And
but also
they even dropped a gem because they referenced that she's stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
So they automatically just molded your mind to like, this is where you should understand how strong she is.
They also kind of purposely plotted that in another way, because even if you look at the Doctor Strange and the couple times he appeared before Infinity War and Endgame, like Strange hasn't been Sorcerer Supreme for that long.
Yeah,
like he literally just like
it just
the
happened.
old Sorcerer Supreme got killed. He was the only sorcerer that came close to her level. From being know how to do with the time stone, meddling with the forbidden spells, just because of his general knowledge. So he became Sorcerer Supreme just by default.
Yeah.
So he's technically nowhere near the level of power he will potentially become.
Right.
He's still in that learning period, but he just has enough knowledge to where I'm just that dude.
Right.
In the meantime.
Well, and it's also perfect because they set up Voodoo. Dr. Voodoo,
Dr.
because so that's Dr. Voodoo is like kind of an anti-hero. He's
black dude that left him.
He's the black dude that left him. So in the comic books, Dr. Voodoo is the Sorcerer Supreme anytime Strange is not on Earth. That's how strong
Oh,
Voodoo
the
is.
black dude.
Yeah, when Strange has to leave the sanctum,
Yeah.
Voodoo takes his place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the comic books, Voodoo is possessed by his brother. And his brother is the guy that died at the beginning of Doctor Strange. The black dude died at the beginning of Doctor Strange.
Okay.
The black dude's the Sorcerer Supreme's right hand man that's teaching Strange.
Okay.
So when he left, so what they're probably gonna do is, since Strange was gone for 5 years, and the veil's down, he was probably
It opens up for them to be able to do
that's
anything.
5 years.
Stuff.
That's 5 years of him being able to run the show while Strange is gone. So Strange is probably trying to rebuild the whole time Wanda's going on. People are asking like, how did Strange not hear about Wanda creating a universe?
Right.
He's been gone for 5 years.
Because that should definitely
Like he saw it in the vision when he saw them win.
Well, because that just happened. Like she literally, boom, I'm back. Give me the body. Like it was literally that fast.
Yeah. And that was another thing, because we kept talking about that. Jimmy was like, well, why didn't nobody come? I'm like, baby, it just like, you got to remember,
just
this is right when everybody came back.
She came back like, where's Vision? Like there's immediately went to. So yeah, it makes sense.
Because like, I mean, who's left? Because Hulk is crippled. Thor gone. The Galaxy Guardians.
Hulk
gone.
might not be crippled anymore because Hulk was healing the last time we saw him.
Well, but I mean, not that fast though, because it's still
It's going to take some time, but like some time would have passed, so he's probably still healing.
By the time we see him, he should be okay. Yeah. But like, and it'd be nice if he turns to Mephisto at some point. It'd be lit.
Well, Hawk would turn to Mephisto will make an appearance.
Yeah.
What are y'all okay?
Sorry.
Everybody that was the theory for WandaVision.
Yeah, that thought Mephisto was involved.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Mephisto is Marvel's devil.
Yeah.
He's also the person that created the Ghost Riders.
Why would he be there?
Because the book of the Dam is where the Ghost Rider soul is kept. The book she was reading, the Ghost Rider, because it didn't have, because even though Shield's not part of Marvel Universe technically,
You know what?
The Ghost Rider.
That's okay, bro.
Okay.
Just because you know what? In my limited knowledge, I'm happy. It's so much. I'm like, it's so much.
But you know what though? What's nice though is that that everything's for a reason. That's why I'm telling you this. Because everything Marvel did opens up everything else.
Yeah, serves a purpose.
Yeah, opens up Nightmare, Mephisto, Ghost Rider, Blade.
Yeah, it does.
It opens up everything. in these shows,
Cool.
movies.
I believe you. I won't ever do. You know what I'm gonna do when it happens? I'm just gonna ask you guys, or you're just gonna share.
When
You know, I don't read.
The
I don't read
first-
manga. This
the
is
next-
this is hours of watching
the
YouTube
next
videos.
Marvel movie, the next Marvel movie we're getting is
Black Widow.
Black Widow, right? I'm so sad about that. That movie is like the least movie I can care less at this point about her backstory.
but you know what they're gonna do.
They should have just put it in Disney Plus.
They should have.
But you know what they're
And
gonna
just-
do? If they're smart, they're gonna put some key.
They have to. That
like,
has to be the
some
only
solid
reason.
Easter eggs.
That has to be the only
in her
reason
movie.
to still give us this movie this late in the phase.
Because she's dead. So
Because it
like,
doesn't, and they knew she was dying. They knew she was dying when they made her movie. They knew she was dying. So to still give us a Black Widow movie, it has to serve a purpose.
Maybe it's part of a contract. I don't know.
that
Like,
too.
Like
Everybody gets origin story.
give me something.
Yeah, I feel like this is gonna set up a villain.
it has to.
Something she did in her life is gonna lead somebody to become a villain for the rest of the squad.
Well, and I also feel like Doctor Strange's movie is going to allow us to see, and that's my thing, because I feel like with the multiverse movie, we're going to be able to get to see a lot of stuff that they probably wanted to do, or see the direction that they kind of wanted to go in, and they didn't really get a chance to.
I just want to know who's gonna be the next Thanos.
Well, right now, Scarlet Witch. That's
Oh,
going to
no,
be the
it's,
problem.
It better be Doctor Doom.
No, it's the next Ultron is what's the dude's name?
No, not Ultron. I'm talking about the overarching villain. Like,
It's probably Galactus. Because the next one's another Thanos type character. What's his name? Fuck man, Kane the Destroyer.
Oh,
He's the next Ultron level guy, and he's probably gonna come in one of the Spider-Man movies. But he's
I
But
mean, not the third Guardian of the Galaxy.
one of the
That's what I'm
Guardian-
wait.
Guardian.
So it's Kane, but
Kane the Destroyer is like a Thanos type guy.
He was the issue, but because they mentioned him in the first Guardian of the Galaxy, right?
yeah. I think they briefly brought him up.
Yeah, they talked about
is
him
he
a little bit.
is he like galactic level, like universe level threat?
He's a problem, yeah.
Not universe.
Kang the Conqueror. Sorry,
Well, because I'm just saying, because Thanos that's gonna be a hard shoe to fill.
because Kang is he's like a Titan level character. Like here's him killing Iron Man.
I hate his look. 100% hate his look.
That's the 50s, that's the 60s, 70s
I-
artwork.
it's
So, you know what I
crazy.
mean?
Pretty sure they're gonna update it.
Yeah,
Severely.
but yeah, I mean, I feel like because I think what they're gonna do with Doctor Strange, you're gonna open up the Blade movie. They're gonna open up
It's gonna open up Phase
the
5.
Morbius movie. Yeah, Phase 5. Yeah.
It's gonna open up Phase 5.
And then what's the other one that's coming out? The five guy like characters.
Not the Inhumans.
The what's it called? The
Jesus Christ, man. I can't.
Drew a blank.
no, because Inhumans is the one with Angelina Jolie, right? That's the one. Inhumans is the one she's gonna be in, right?
Damn.
Oh, no, I'm looking up the phases right now. There we go. Here's the phase 4. Phase 4.
Oh, okay. I like this. Admittedly, Ant-Man's 3's Kang the Conqueror doesn't have the raw
Eternals, yeah.
power of the MCU's Thanos does. But his intelligence and arsenal of weapons put him on the Mad Titans level. His ability to go anywhere in the time stream makes it possible for him to threaten the MCU in a way Thanos couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see him being the issue.
The next big bad.
So is it confirmed that he's Ant-Man 3's villain? Because this post
That's
just
how it's saying it.
yeah, it just says admittedly Ant-Man 3's Kang the Conqueror. Like so.
Hey man, when is that supposed to come out? Like 22,
Well, right now,
23?
Phase 4 is Black Widow, Falcon, Winter Soldier. We got those two. Then it's Eternals. Then it's Shang-Chi. Then it's Doctor Strange, Loki show, What If, ... The Hawkeye
I can't
movie,
wait till What If.
Oh, yeah. What if gonna be fire?
Thor, Blade, and Fantastic Four.
Hawkeye. No, that's a TV show.
So
That's not-
Yeah, that's
Ant-Man
not a TV show, yeah.
and Wasp, the Quantum Mania 2022.
Yeah, they be meddling in that quantum realm.
And that's when he's supposed to make. That's
okay.
when Kang
Okay, that's cool.
supposed to make a like.
So that would be either right before or right. I'm guessing that's after Doctor Strange or before Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange comes out next year too, right?
Well, I hope they do this, dude.
I don't know.
It should come out next year.
Next year,
May 7th. Oh, May 7th, 2021.
what? Doctor Strange?
That's what this picture says.
No, that's old. That's
It
what
It
was
hasn't been
supposed-
updated
That's
Yeah.
probably before the.
Yeah,
before.
it was supposed to come out this year.
because there hasn't even been a trailer for that movie.
Yeah, that's true.
It was
He looks
supposed
so
before the
trash.
pandemic. It was supposed to come out
Oh, he looks awful.
because Black Widow
big
was supposed to come out
jumpsuit.
last year,
Really in the middle of the pandemic.
I'm
Yep.
scared of him.
and they stayed. And I don't understand why they didn't release it.
You're scared of Ivan.
They could have just Disney Plused it.
But I mean, they still gonna Disney Plus it, but I don't understand why they didn't.
Yeah.
Because they could have if they didn't. I don't know, and I don't know if it's because they redid some stuff.
I don't think they did. I think it's just money.
March 25th,
They wanted to
2020.
capitalize. They wanted to capitalize it being in theaters.
2022. You said 2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought so.
I think they just want to capitalize it being in theaters.
That's because is that their first movie that's gonna be in theaters?
Which one?
Black Widow.
I'm not going to dare see that.
Nah, I'm not gonna. I'll wait the month. Ain't it? It's a month after it comes out
think
that
it's
it's free.
3.
3 months after it come out, it's free. Okay, I can wait.
I can wait.
I don't know. I'm kind of spoiled. When they gonna stop? I mean, I'm okay not going to theaters unless it's like.
It matters what it is. Because I would watch Mortal Kombat in theaters.
I'm going to a theater to see Mortal Kombat.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
I would watch that in theaters.
That and Demon Slayer.
Because like just the screen and the sound, the crunching and the blood.
Yeah, it's an
I watch that in
experience.
IMAX.
It's an experience.
You know what my favorite IMAX movie is though?
What?
Toy Story 4. I'm trash. 200-seat theater, bro. That movie was dope.
Is Spider-Man Far From Home on Disney
Some
Plus?
Spider-Man Home Skillet.
No, Far From Home, not the new one.
Okay.
It's Far From Home on
I don't
Disney
know.
Plus yet.
I thought it
because
was.
I haven't watched it yet, and I really want to watch it.
Oh, you
How
haven't
have you not
seen
seen that one
I
yet?
have not seen that
it?
one
Oh,
yet.
it's depressing.
Not that depressing.
Just the beginning.
Yeah.
Because Far From Home is right before the snap, right?
Right after.
Right after
That's
the
after.
snap. Okay.
Immediately
right,
after.
literally when they come home, it's like oof.
Okay.
The funniest thing about it is like, yeah, my little brother older than me now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because everybody.
Everybody aged.
Yeah, because like that was a perfect movie to actually explain what happened after the snap because everybody just popped back to whatever they were doing.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about our theory.
Nope.
People that were in planes appeared in the sky.
Yeah,
People that were underwater,
WandaVision proved our point.
It did.
They popped back wherever they were
wherever they were at, no matter if the device that they were in was there or not.
Maybe they. That's still kind of scary though. If they came back in a plane, but the plane was occupied, so now you have
up in people's laps.
double the people on the
The plane
plane.
just comes down.
Yeah,
The
just-
weight.
Because I would think they came back.
They appeared in the location they were at,
Okay.
regardless if the vehicle was there or not. If they were in the sky, they're falling.
Think if you're in an elevator shaft
Yeah,
and like, but the bottom of it, so you get period and the elevator starts coming down.
yeah. It's massacre. They need to address the logic in that. You're not on the exact floor that was when you got snapped.
Maybe you just appear in the elevator and not.
And you know what? They tried to explain. They did a poor job of doing that. The hospitals, people appeared on top of people. Like
Hey, better,
people in middle of surgery. I mean, you know,
better on top than inside.
let's think of the babies. Someone tried to argue me that babies weren't snapped. It's humanity. There was no moral compass of this snap.
I would think that if the pregnant woman was snapped, the baby would snap with it. So she would just come back.
The baby is so
pregnant.
technically a part of the
Yeah.
woman's body.
But it's a
Yeah.
soul stone. The
Well,
baby
no,
has a
still
soul.
well, no, I think it'll be now if you were in the process of giving birth,
That's a whole different situation.
that's different. But
I'm
being
talking-
pregnant and get snapped,
Fine. I'm talking about all the 9 month pregnant women where the baby can live fully outside of that womb.
Because they're
In the universe.
They're alive. They have their own soul.
I'm not. No,
In
they
the
weren't. They haven't been
universe.
born
So
yet.
they're still-
though.
what's-
they're still,
They haven't been
they're still
born yet,
organically
though.
attached to the woman, so
They haven't
they'd
been
be a
born
part of
yet,
it.
though.
Anything, though,
They
bro.
haven't been born
It
yet.
doesn't mean anything.
though.
I don't
They
know
have their
what-
own soul. It's a soul stone.
No.
Oh yeah, wait,
No.
about their
exactly.
soul.
No.
Organically attached. Where that rule at?
Yeah.
No.
Because like that
No.
means
I refuse
that
to
means
be this morbid.
size twins that are connected. One could got popped away.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
But they're one.
The
They're
other one
not
just dies.
separate.
Yeah.
because they're
And then when you get popped back, you pop back connected to a corpse.
And you're dead. And you die because there's
You know how scary that'd be if you got snapped back and you're underground connected to your dead twin's
Well, that
corpse?
wouldn't make sense because
Why?
you said the location, not the person.
No, but they.
The location, not the person.
You're right.
You're right.
So they'll just pop
Y'all
back half
weird.
bleeding and die.
Y'all so morbid.
But no, you know what? Look, they added this, and I think
It's a reason it's not being addressed.
So what oh my God, what would be worse? What would be worse, right?
Thanos won.
No, think about this. What would be worse? All right.
Thanos won.
What would be worse to watch? A woman watching a baby being re-snapped into her body and growing 9 months in seconds, or a 5-year-old with her mother getting snapped around her and getting pushed back into the mother's stomach.
Why with the 5-year-old?
Because it wasn't born, because the mother got snapped away. The 9 month, the baby that's in her belly is still there.
Okay.
So the baby survived.
And they survived and
You
raised.
snap the mother back. The mother's pregnant. So the
Just
baby goes
the
back
location.
into.
There's a
No.
5-year-old.
No, the baby
Just
goes.
the location.
Gets sucked back to that location. and all of a
That's
sudden,
not how that works.
That's not how that works.
Or the people, because we're thinking small scale. This was a universal snap. All the people traveling in space, going back and heads popping like melons. Like on a universal scale, Thanos won. There's no way there was not peace back. So many people died.
yeah.
You guys are sick.
You are.
Look, Marvel needs to look. Marvel wasn't scared to pull the trigger on
What
killing
about?
people.
Okay, so did the Red Skull get snapped?
Did the what?
The Red Skull, did he get snapped?
I don't think so.
Because ain't he like a entity now?
Yeah.
Harbinger
So he
for
doesn't
the
count?
Soul
Well,
Stone?
he's part of the stone.
Okay.
Yeah, so he can't get snapped.
I give you
Yeah,
that.
he's not technically a living being.
Okay. All right.
I still hate how he ended up there. I don't like the explanation.
It was real loose, but I'll take it. They wanted to bring back the Red Skull, so I'll take it. It makes sense. I could dig into it and try to, I'll take it.
Yeah, because like they made it. Because like I get like he's connected to the Soul Stone, but that he made it sound like he's the Guardian forever. Before at the beginning of time and end of time, he's always been the Guardian, even though he was just alive in the 40s. And then like if
I would have liked
Obviously
it.
chose.
I would have liked it better if that person just took form of a certain person. You know what I mean?
whatever you
He said, "Nah, man, it chose me." Cool. What's the what's the requirements out of everybody? You're was you that trash?
Is there a way that no, never mind.
No. Pink
Hey
Drake.
guys, wrestling has to do with talking about losing friends is hard. Terry Crews got raped. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming into No Time to Explain. This is Eagle the Humble Bragger. We love you guys. Like, subscribe, and watch out for other content. Have a great night.